Hi, I'm Dotan Schachter, and this is the questionnaire with Basia Lyjak. What are you doing these days?
These days I am just getting ready actually to head out west. I'm going to Calgary. I'm going to go meet with some new business partners and going to head out there and try to play for some new fans and build some fans in the West Coast. Since I've already started in the East, I may as well head out there while I have some time and plan some things for some new releases, some tour dates, etc. So essentially, I'm moving. Things are moving really well right now.
That's good. What turns you on creatively?
What turns me on creatively is just music in general. A rhythm, a riff, a melody. It's just music turns me on, period. Like I've always said to a lot of my ex-boyfriends, I love music more than I love you, and I always will, because it's something that I grew very attached to as a young kid, and it's in my blood. Essentially, I live, breathe, sleep, everything else, music.
So it's sort of a lifeblood.
Yes.
Okay. If you were a mind reader, whose mind would you like to read?
Ooh, Madonna.
Okay. Any particular reason?
Just her business side, really. I mean, like, yeah, and obviously her performance side, because she's a tremendous performer. And that comes creatively, like, for me, that woman has done so much with her career, you know, starting in New York City, you know, and just she's essentially doing where I'm at now, like, like just totally living like a total gypsy and, like, just taking as it comes and rolling with the punches and just living the experience of it. And but she was also very smart with her moves as a businesswoman and what she did. So,
if you could travel through time, which era would you like to visit?
Probably the late 60s, early 70s.
Okay. Anything particular about that time that you like?
Just the music and the people and the fans, the way things were done back then, the way bands were recognized back then, the genre back then of how strong it was, and it was all rock and roll, and I love rock and roll, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite sound?
Sound meaning?
Any sound, musical or whatnot.
Favorite sound? That is such a weird question. I've never had the question asked to me before, and I love it. It's great. It's so different. I'd have to say it's probably the sound of, like, the ocean. Like, it's so peaceful and quiet and serene, but you still get that rush of the tide, and I love that. Because you feel it, you know, and not only are you hearing it, but your whole the sensation of it, it's just beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the album or song that influences you the most?
That's a tough question. For me, like, it's really hard because I love all different genres and styles of music, and I can't really honestly say what it was that grabbed my attention as to because I started singing at 4 years old, so I'd have to say for me it was my grandfather's voice, and it was probably the most, again, a sound that I really enjoyed listening to. With his voice, it was just very soothing. But I think that's what it was. I think it was his voice that gave me this, like, you know, desire to do this.
Okay. Who would you like to collaborate with, and why?
There are tons of people I'd love to collaborate with, especially right now. The fact that I am going out west and, you know, building my business up a little bit and working with some new people who are going to help me in certain areas to move forward. So this is a great question because whoever is watching us on Skype right now, songwriter-wise, I am looking for people to write with. I'd love to write with Glenn Ballard. He's one person I've always wanted to write with for the sheer fact that he worked with Alanis Morissette and what a successful album Jagged Little Pill was. And that's kind of my mission, is to release another Jagged Little Pill in that sense, right? Have, like, just an album full and packed full of great tunes. And someone else that I'd love to write with is Diane Warren. I'd love to write with her. Corey Taylor of Stone Sour Slipknot, another person that I'd love to write with. Stevie Nicks, would love to write with Stevie Nicks, Madonna even, you know, because I'm pretty open to all kinds of genres, and for me it's really about releasing a great song, not really what genre you, like, I'm trying to get my head out of specifically focusing on a genre specific, because I don't really feel that it matters today, because people are really just choosing what they want to listen to anyway.
Yeah.
Their iPods are full of like some country.
It's all about the single tracks more than the album.
Exactly. It's about the single tracks, because there are no albums anymore, really. It's a single world out there, right? So for me, it's just about writing great songs, and whether, I mean, hey, if I'm releasing a single on iTunes and it's a country song, and it's great, and it does well for me, and people, and there's a market out there that likes it, well, then they like it. Like, I mean, I think artists need to just evolve in the sense of just having so much in their catalog that people, because people are really now have the opportunity to search for you, rather than having the radio stations basically say, this is the top 40 for the week and this is what you have to listen to. Yeah. You're choosing yourself what you want to listen to as an artist, or as a listener, and as an artist.
So not get limited by the genre.
Exactly. So, you know, and that's something I've been talking to a lot of different artists about. I have a lot of artists who write me and, you know, ask me for advice and stuff like that. Where I'm going and what I'm doing and how they can do that too. And that was one of the main things I said, is at this point, you know, like social media networking and just writing a great song. That's what it's about. Everybody wants a great song, so just write a great song. You know, stop thinking about the genre, because I think that's where people get writer's block, and that's where they get confused. Because
they're trying to limit themselves.
Yeah, like, I've got to write this great rock song. It has to be a rock song. And it's like, no, it doesn't have, not today. Now, maybe 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. In the last 5 years, so much has changed dramatically with the internet and social networking. Yeah. So, I mean, really, it's in the palm of your hand. It really is. It's in your iPod. It's in your iPhone, and it's up to you. You know, it's your oyster. Go out there and just navigate, download whatever you like.
Yeah. What drives you crazy?
What drives me crazy is not having things in order. I like things in order, and making sure things are, you know, always done on time, and, you know, that sort of thing. What also drives me crazy is the fact that as an independent artist, like, I mean, the doors have opened so much for us as independent artists, but at the same time, in order to release new music, it's totally impossible without people paying the 99 cents from iTunes or wherever it is that they're downloading from to pay for our music. And it really, that really pisses me off. Because at the end of the day, like, how am I supposed to release new music? And that drives me crazy, because every day we're struggling to, you know, we go through our catalog, and some people have catalogs of songs that are like 400, 500, 1,000, 2,000 songs sitting there, great songs, but they just can't record them because they don't have the funds to do it, because no one's paying for the music, right? And there's only so much touring you can do, and so many places you can go see, and you know, that's the other side of the coin, is like, where's the coin in that sense to keep you trucking and going, right? So that's something that kind of drives me crazy right now. You know, I just wish that things have changed in that aspect, but I think they are. I think people are changing. I think a lot of people are starting to dig deep and realize that, you know, it's time to get smart in the world, not just with music, but with the environment and with everything in life, with yourself and who you are as a person. And we just need to get back to that statement of like, you know, people need people. So, like, we need to connect together and realize that, you know, being an artist in music, let's, for example, it's a business, it's a job. And it's like going to work every day 9 to 5. Yeah, I'm working 24 hours a day, but I'm not getting paid for it. But at the end of the day, in order for you to hear more music, I need you to buy my song. So it's such a touchy subject too, though, because it's like I'm not mad at everybody, like at the people that, yeah, I'm a little mad, but I mean, like, at the same time, I'm getting exposed through this, you know, through the downloads, you know, through the internet, through all the different sites and all the different people that are sharing. But at the same time, it makes it difficult for us to bring you more stuff. That's great. So.
Okay. What makes you laugh?
People make me laugh.